Time for hottest record in the world, and delighted to say that we have Sam Fender here with us on the show tonight. Sam, hello.
Hello, what are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm happy to see you looking well, and I'm happy to be able to play something new from you tonight as our hottest record. Tell me about Winter Song, please.
So it's one of my favourite songs. It's a cover of a band called Lindisfarne, who are from Newcastle, the Geordie sort of legends. They're like very well known here. And my brother's quote was the best quote I've ever heard about Lindisfarne. He says, "The most overrated band in Newcastle, the most underrated band in the world."
Love it.
But Alan Hull, the main sort of writer of Lindisfarne, who isn't with her anymore, he's probably, I think he's genuinely one of the most underrated songwriters of his time. He's absolutely incredible, and a local lad as well, and a hero. My dad even used to see him in the pub and that, and back in the 70s, and used to have the odd pint with him. So he's he's a local hero, and he was just a total legend. He's the angel of the north in my eyes. And so I just wanted to cover a song that I wanted to do, a Christmas song, and that's probably one of my favourite Christmas songs ever. And I feel like the lyrics are more relevant now than they probably were in 1970 when it was wrote. So it's 50 years old now. So and I actually think it's the anniversary of the song, or the 50th anniversary of the song, around this time as well. So it feels like the right time to do it.
Okay, let's hear it. You're going to hear it twice tonight. So it's called Winter Song, and it's Sam Fender. Let's do it.
This is Eddie Mac's hottest record in the world.
There you go. That was your hottest record in the world from Sam Fender, a cover version of Lindisfarne's Winter Song, a song that is 50 years old, you say, Sam. And you're talking about the lyrical relevance to it today. What is it about the lyrics that you find are kind of timely and prescient for now?
Christmas isn't going to be the same for a lot of people this year with everything that's gone on with the pandemic. But also the whole song sort of talking about other people's strife and trying to be more. It's classic Christmas message of trying to be more empathetic of those who are worse off than you. And I think it's important for us, and as people living through this pandemic, to appreciate what we do have. Because although I'm pretty miffed that I'm not going to be probably seeing me gran this year, and I'm not going to be sitting in with the. Normally we all pile into my gran's house, and it's me and my mum and my stepdad and my brother, and everybody will be piling. We probably will have to somehow change that setup. But I think it's important to understand that, although that sucks and whatever, there's a lot of people out there who won't have a roof over their head, and won't have food, and will be there's a lot of people on the streets. So we've done a little collaboration as well with Big Issue and this amazing organisation called People of the Streets. A lot of people, you speak a lot about homelessness, and you hear a lot about it in the news, and it's got pretty bad over the last sort of 20 years. You hear a lot about it, but you never really hear sort of the perspective of the people actually living it, and the people who are actually homeless. So what they've done is they give homeless people cameras and let them just basically shoot like a little film roll, and then they collect all the images together, and it's created this. The photos are absolutely stunning. It's like this huge collage, and you get to see the perspective of all these people in all these different towns and cities across England and Wales and Scotland and everywhere, and they're all just, you get this sort of image of what it's like and what their everyday life is. And I feel like it's much more. For me, it struck a chord with me a lot more than just, you hear statistics and it's horrible and it makes you feel sad, but it gives it a load of humanity in it.
Right.
It makes it you start to connect with the issue on a more personal level and a more human level, because you see them as on their everyday life. And so that's what we've done a video. We're going to do a video with a compilation of all of these pictures with the lyrics as well on the top. It's like a lyric video that we're going to put together. And I've just literally watched it now before doing this interview, and it's stunning, really touching, and I think you're going to love it.
Can't wait to see it.
And then with Big Issue, we're doing a basically big issue. The vendors, they provide so much help for people and help them get off the street, and it will hopefully help raise awareness and hopefully help people.
Yeah, I mean, coming into London every day over the last 8 months or whatever, you really notice when there's no one else around. You really notice how much the homeless people are totally isolated. There's no footfall. There's no.
It's going to be a hell of a lot worse. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely worse. But he was just explaining that as well. And obviously with the lockdown, they haven't been able to go out and sell the big issue and stuff. And the vendors have really struggled to kind of get any money in. So it's particularly hard for them. I mean, everyone's businesses and stuff have been hit hard, but no one's really been hit as hard as the homeless. Like, yeah,
it's a wonderful collaboration and a really nice way to just bring everything together. It's such a great idea. So, before we play the song again, Sam, how has this year been for you? I mean, I was thinking about you because you had like a mad time leading up to lockdown where you had like delayed upon delayed gigs and suffered from, ill health and a lot of bad luck. And then you're forced to not gig for ages. How have you been and how have you felt over this last 6 months? How have you coped?
Not very well.
Right.
I think most people just had for the first sort of half of it, I just went a bit mental, to be honest. I mean, I got a shielding letter at the beginning of it all due to a health condition which I have, which I may disclose at some point this year, just to sort of shed a light on why I'm the sick kid. But at the beginning of this, I got a shielding letter, which was, that done my head in, because at 25, being stuck in the house anyway, but also not even being able to like leave at all was just kind of insane. And then it actually turned out that after some investigation, my doctors were like, you don't need a shield. So like, it was quite frustrating. But you know what it is? It's kind of come now that we're starting to pick things up and I'm recording more and we're getting into the sort of into the thick of recording another record. I feel a lot more productive and a lot more sort of mentally stable. But I think a lot of people have been hit hard by this. I mean, I don't know if you were like this at first. I kind of thought it was going to be a couple of months. Yeah. Like, I didn't really know. I hadn't really kind of anticipated how long this was going to go on for. So when I first sort of heard about it, I was like, all right, well, I was like, a couple of months back, it's fine. And then actually in my head, I thought, you know what it is? I'll come back and I'll be absolutely spot on. Like my vocal health will be perfect, and I'll be able to go back and smash these arena gigs, because we had that huge arena tour booked for the beginning, and that was like, this was going to be the sort of penultimate moment so far in my career for me and the boys in the band and the whole crew. The crew was huge. I mean, we had like a 40-man crew by the end of it, and like 8 blooming buses and all this sort of stuff, and it was just like, this is getting ridiculous. We were starting to live the dreams that were dreamt of being kids in bands when we were 13, 14. So it was kind of, we did feel like we had the rug pulled from under our feet. But as I say, I think with this sort of the recordings coming forward, and I've been doing little bits and bobs. I've been trying to do some little sort of collaboration work as well on the side, and little bits of writing here and there for other people, which has been interesting. So I've been dipping my toe in a few different things and just sort of trying to figure out how to live again.
And you're in a house with the lads, are you, with the band?
Yeah, full band. Yeah, we're all cooped up in here.
I guess you're used to being cooped up in small places, so it's not a big deal for you.
Well, exactly. It's no different for us. We're used to being stuck in a tour bus, which is even smaller. Yeah. and we never really fight. We never fought on the road. We never really had any fallouts ever. We're kind of like, we're pretty good at keeping the peace. We're all pretty tame. And me and Johnny Blue Hat used to sit in the back of the bus all the time. That was like, me and Johnny Blue Hat were always the last to bed, because we're the little nocturnal owl kids, and so we'd always sit in the back of the bus and sit and watch The Sopranos all night. And now we just do the same thing, but in the
living room.
We've got two TVs set up. It's the nerdiest thing you've ever seen. We've got 2 TVs set up with 2 PlayStations set up, and we're just in here all night. And Johnny's just ordered a real lightsaber online, which is the nerdiest thing I've ever seen.
Listen, if you're going to be cooped up in a house, just why not get a lightsaber if it makes your day better?
We've got a proper Luke Skywalker lightsaber and 2 PlayStations, and we're just stuck in here waiting to go to record. We're supposed to be going away to record. We're just waiting for the date so that we can actually travel and get away. So and I think as well, it's gonna, when we finally do get back to that stage where we actually are gigging again, it's probably gonna be better than it ever will be.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
People are gonna go. I can't say the word because it's a curse.
Yeah,
word.
they are. They're gonna go off. It's gonna go off. Like the whole, like I think, you know, venues are gonna need like extra security because it's gonna be that mad. Yeah, I'm dying to, like everybody else, dying to get back at it.
Well, it's great that we have got this in the meantime. You know, you say you're going to be going to record. There's more music on the way at some point, but we have a Christmas song from Sam Fender, and that's a beautiful thing. And I think a lot of people, you know, this is going to be a brand new song for them. They're not going to be familiar with Lindisfarne, and I mean, I wasn't, and it's just such a like heart-stoppingly beautiful song. So delighted to make it hottest record in the world tonight, Sam.
Thank you so much, man. I didn't expect it to happen. You know,
Are you crazy?
when we got told that you were picking as hottest record, I was like, no way, man. We didn't actually expect to get this much attention on it.
It's honestly, I think people are going to go mad for it. So yeah, we'll play it again now. It's the hottest record in the world, and we'll enjoy playing it all over this Christmas period. Sam, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Annie. Cheers, mate.
Let's do it. This is Winter Song.
This is the hottest record in the world.
Touch shadowy fingers first pursue you down the street.